The first thing I liked about this show is that I was fully aware of the pay-per-view this Sunday. The show starts with John Cena in a steel cage, which represents the steel cage he's going to be in this Sunday when he faces Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules. But then John Cena goes on and questions why the WWE Universe turned their back on him and voted for the three members of the Wyatt family to face him in a handicap match, which led to him getting beaten down. Well, John Cena, if the WWE Universe are anything like me, we're sick and tired of the same old thing from you. And you say that you're excited for the future wrestlers to one day overpass you, but when it comes to a great pay-per-view, or any pay-per-view at that matter, like WrestleMania, and you overcome the odds like your character does, it really doesn't give us that impression that you're looking forward to putting people over or other talent overpassing you. But us fans are wanting to see wrestlers, new wrestlers with interesting characters, great build up to go into a feud with you and for you to put them over. So when a WrestleMania comes round, put them over. Just because you're John Cena, the top guy, the WWE love you, does not mean you have to stay in that spot the whole time. But Extreme Rules, this is the perfect time for you to do that, even though it should have happened at WrestleMania. But the opener gets better. Put John Cena's promo to one side. The Wyatt family, they have these 20, 30 children singing, he's got the whole world in his hands, he's got the whole world. They changed the lyrics to add C Nation. They wear sheep masks. It gets creepy. One of them is sitting on Bray Wyatt's lap when they come out. John Cena's showing emotion. The WWE were on the ball here. It was creepy. It was great. It put Bray over. It showed John Cena's emotion. It built up to Extreme Rules match. I thought this was brilliant. I cannot praise the WWE for what they're doing with Bray Wyatt. Later in the night, though, John Cena cracking some jokes, show that he's ready to face Bray Wyatt. I would have continued showing fear and then do whatever you're going to do at Extreme Rules. I was expecting another screwy finish to the WWE Tag Team Championship match between the Usos and Ryback to give us another match at Extreme Rules. But instead, one of the Usos get injured and still manages to pick up the win to retain the Tag Team Championships. So Ryback are seriously going nowhere. They look like to be a dominant tag team, but they're not. The WWE booking of them is awful, dreadful, not really positive. But the Usos, entertaining tag team, but they're not really getting their best pay-per-view on the card matches, are they? Is that WWE's fault or their opponent's fault? So the WWE break up Titus O'Neil and Darren Young. Darren Young fades away after their feud, and Titus O'Neil has a potential future to take a few steps up in the WWE, but instead he comes out attacking Sheamus, looking good, only to get Bro kicked out of nowhere and lose the match. So I'm guessing he's going to be fading away like he has in these last few weeks, which is not disappointing. I really don't expect Titus O'Neil or Darren Young to go anywhere, but it's a shame. The WWE have this collection of wrestlers who have been there a while, but they're not being booked to have the chance to go anywhere. But it seems to be typical WWE because all the wrestlers that could go somewhere go up against someone only to be fed to them. Is Hugh Jackman a potential name to go into the WWE Celebrity Hall of Fame? Because he loves the WWE, he's made numerous appearances, and he loves the fact that anything can happen in the WWE. And he's not wrong, because out comes Sandow dressed as a villain, Magneto, and this segment gets very awkward. His mic work is great. His interaction against Ziggler, who Ziggler and Jackman can't help but laugh at this. And I'm sorry, Sandow, one of the heels that we all were rooting for and could have potentially gone somewhere if he weren't bent to all the wrong wrestlers. But it gets to this, and it ends up with Hugh Jackman and Ziggler taking down Sandow, and this is just a really sad moment. I yes, Barrett managed to climb out of a few holes, but Sandow, I wish the WWE didn't put him in these holes. But is he going to be able to climb back? We all have our favourite mic talkers, the people who are great on the mic, they entertain us, we could always listen to, and one of the names will have to be given to Paul Heyman. He comes out and tells this quality knock knock joke. Knock knock, who's there? Mike. Mike who? My client conquered the streak. He's really rubbing that in. He's definitely getting the crowd who support The Undertaker behind The Undertaker, surprised that Brock Lesnar ended the streak. He's using that to his advantage. Brilliant mind work there. But then his mic seems to cut out and he says, right, no more talking about the streak. Then he goes off and puts over Cesaro. But the match between Cesaro and Jack Swagger doesn't really hold much interest. We have Paul Heyman who grabs hold of Zeb Coulter's moustache, which distracts Jack Swagger, allowing Cesaro to pick up the win. So the Cesaro and Swagger feuds continuing, which is alright because Cesaro's going to do the best he can to pull away from Swagger and Zeb Coulter and go forward. Cody Rhodes' bad luck seems to be Del Rio's good luck, because after Del Rio defeats Cody Rhodes via submission, we get the news that Del Rio and Ryback are getting a championship match, a 3-on-1 championship match against Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship. So Del Rio more than likely is going to become our new US champion. At least this weren't another Santino versus Bardango match. After Zeb Coulter tries to recruit Rob Van Dam as a member of the Real Americans, Rob Van Dam makes it clear that he's back to work on his own, which happens to lead him to walk into and lose a match against BNB, Bad News Barrett. And Bad News Barrett is going to Extreme Rules to face Biggie Langston. And as much as it disappoints me that Bad News Barrett is chasing the Intercontinental Championship again, at least he's winning matches. At least his character / gimmick is working and fans are behind it. He's going somewhere. It's still slightly disappointing. And as for RVD, I guess with him not being in the Intercontinental Championship match, they're not really going to bring back Rob Van Dam to do nothing, even though I almost feel this was a last minute idea. But it's going to make the match at the pay-per-view. I don't really think it's needed. I was trying to find a positive in it. I don't think it's needed in a finish feud match between Cesaro and Swagger. I know it's early days and slow build for the new character Rusev, but I'm not caring ever so much about him. I still don't have the greatest amount of hope for his future. It's good to see Lana. I think Lana is a good mouthpiece for him, as well as an attractive look for him. But he goes into Raw, defeats Xavier Woods by disqualification after R-Truth attacks him. So it gives the faces some offense over the heel, ready for the pay-per-view match. But I'm not caring ever so much. The WWE surprised me in a match that I did not care about. Heath Slater won a match for 3MB with his tag team partner Drew McIntyre as they defeated Las Matadores. Great. Two tag teams that are not going anywhere in the WWE put on a match, and the tag team that don't hardly win a match, if ever win a match, won a match. Kids, start to shield your ears. The WWE are so foul. It's a PG show and they're using bad language like bastard, crap, and bitch. I couldn't believe my ears. This is just brilliant how the WWE are doing stuff like this on a PG show. But we had the segment of Stephanie wanting to apologise to Daniel Bryan for bringing the monster back out of Kane. And throughout the night, you see the glimpse of Kane's mask box. And just before this segment, you see that it's empty. But Daniel Bryan does not believe that Stephanie's sorry. The Authority have been against Daniel Bryan for so long, trying to screw him over. But now he's champion, he still thinks they continue to do so. He believes that Steph is behind all this future Kane attacks. And then it comes to Stephanie giving Brie Bella a match against Paige for the Divas Championship. You know, it goes back to what I was saying last week. Are the WWE going to give Paige all these diva opponents, have her going through each and every one so she doesn't really have an opponent left? I hope not. Yes, Paige is brilliant. She's a great wrestler. But still, we don't want to go back to square one. An AJ thing when Paige has defeated all the divas and she's got no opponents left. But with that to aside, I love the fact that WWE are giving Kane probably his last run as a monster. He breaks through the ring and goes after Brie Bella. And after getting wrenched to the face by Daniel Bryan, Kane sits up, chokeslams Daniel Bryan. I was, really happy right now. This was brilliant. The Monster Kane, the monster that helped me to get into the WWE, got me behind Kane. It was brilliant. It was great. You get to see the evil smile break out after he attempts to go after Brie Bella again. And weren't it funny how the doctors or the referees were tending to Bryan, leaving Brie Bella with Kane before she managed to escape, of course. But I thought this was brilliant. Kane coming back as a monster. It gave me a good feeling to see the monster Kane again, even though he's getting fed to Daniel Bryan. This monstrous Kane might not last long. What I'm hoping for is for something to happen at Extreme Rules to keep the Monster Kane there, but for Daniel Bryan to retain. It's just wishful thinking somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I can only hope. The Monster Kane. Maybe this, like I said, his last run, because he's soon going to retire and leave. It's going to be a sad day. But I enjoyed this, even though I know what's coming. And Triple H marks the words, Shield, adapt or you're going to perish. I think at Extreme Rules, the Shield should lose to Evolution. I feel to reunite Evolution only for them to lose their first match is not the best idea. This feud could be stretched on for another month, especially after WWE returned the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Yes, it was kind of disappointing that all he did was shake hands with his friends, Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton, but he put over the Shield. But he left the ring and that was it. That's why I think this should go on for an extra month to give Ric Flair more involvement, to give the Evolution more of a push, and the Shield a later bigger win. I feel there could be more from this 3-on-3, 4-on-3 feud. But when it comes to Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, it's a DQ finish because the best thing to do here is just have a massive brawl between Evolution and the Shield. We got that. A lot was going on. You have Evolution overpowering the Shield. In the end though, it was Seth Rollins, the guy who cut a great promo last week, who this week helped the Shield to regain the upper hand over Evolution on the Go Home show to Extreme Rules. With that being said, it's gave me more hope that Evolution are going to get the pay-per-view win to allow this feud to continue, to give Ric Flair more time to be involved, to allow Evolution to do more, and to give the Shield a later pay-per-view win. So I'm going to leave this segment with my fingers crossed and these words. People, respect your elders, and Shield, respect Evolution.